Hi everyone, it's John. Welcome back to my channel. It's February 26th, 2022, and I wanted to bring you a review of sorts of the book that our book group has been reading for the past 2 visits. This is Existential Monday, Philosophical Essays by Benjamin Fondane. In case you missed our first conversation, Benjamin Fondane was a Romanian-born French thinker. He was a film critic and an amateur philosopher as well. And despite being an amateur, actually did some pretty interesting writing in the field of philosophy, but also ran in some very notable circles when he was alive. And unfortunately, he ended up dying in the Holocaust. Just weeks before U.S. liberation in Auschwitz. But this particular book is from NYRB, and it has an introduction, which sort of places Fondane in his intellectual context and in the 20s and 30s and early 40s. And then gives 4 pieces of writing by him. We broke it up into 2 discussions. We did, our first discussion was on the introduction and the first essay, which is called Existential Monday and the Sunday of History. And then our second discussion was on the other essays. Preface for the Present Moment, Man Before History, or The Sound and the Fury, and lastly, Boredom. Boredom, a really, really interesting sort of excavation of the poetry of Baudelaire, especially The Flowers of Evil. Am I getting? Is it The Flowers of Evil? I think so. Anyway, so not a huge collection actually. If you're thinking about maybe, I would say Fondane roughly fits in with sort of an existentialist cast of early to mid 20th century writers. He shares some things in common with people like, Sartre and Camus. I think that's probably where he best fits. But he's very interesting to read. And despite being a French thinker, writing largely in the 30s and 40s, they can have a reputation as sort of being difficult to approach. They got that reputation a little bit later in the century, but he's not hard to understand at all, and the translation is very serviceable if you're interested in that area of philosophy. So I just wanted to sort of let you know I have made a playlist, maybe the shortest playlist ever. It has a whole 2 videos on it of our discussions, and the link to the playlist will be in the drop-down box, so you can go and visit the discussions that we had. And if you have any questions or comments about our discussions, let me know, and I'll try to be, offer as intelligent an answer as I possibly can. And very, very interesting. Sort of saw this on a whim when Davood and I were browsing NYRB together during a sale, and thought we would read this together. And I think all of us would agree that it was a pretty good decision on our part. So I just wanted to let you know that list of 2 videos is now available, and I'll leave that, like I said, down in the drop-down box in lieu of a review, just like with all the books I plan on doing that we read together. And I will see you next week with another book review. Bye.